Welcome, guys, back to Niagara Fire Corals. My name's Steve, and today we're going to cover pH issues in your reef tank. Are you suffering from chronically low pH, as I used to be? Stick with me, and I'll tell you guys how you can resolve those issues and get that pH level up where you want it. Okay, guys, so I brought you into the sump here. We're going to take a closer look at what I've done to raise the pH in my system. If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll know that I am running a calc stirrer. That has improved my pH. I do run a calcium reactor, which of course it adds to a lower pH level in your system. So those two kind of wash each other out. But even still, I was consistently suffering from, you know, my pH lows were around 7.8, 7.9, and I was lucky to hit 8.05 during the day when all the lights were on. I really wanted to get my pH up to a minimum of 8.2, so I started doing things to change that. The number one thing that I did do was that PVC line, you see the rubber hose going into there, that line actually goes outside of my house. So I'm pulling outside air into my skimmer. It did make a slight difference in the pH. I maybe started getting to 8.1, 8.12 during the day, but I still wasn't getting up to where I needed to be. The game changer for me was attaching this ice cap CO2 absorbent reactor to my system. Would I suggest it if you weren't running a calcium reactor that's dragging your system down? Probably not, because they aren't the cheapest thing in the world to run. I did make some modifications to this one, which I'll show you guys. But the media in this, my system's 450 gallons total volume. This is the largest ice cap reactor that you can buy. I go through, this holds approximately 2 bags of the ice cap media. I go through that every 2 to 4 weeks, depending. So it can be expensive. I do buy my media also in bulk. I will attach the link to where I got that in the description of this video. But yeah, this has been a game changer for me, this ice cap reactor with the CO2 media. I am now consistently running 8.20 at my low and up as high as 8.45 for my high. So I'm extremely excited at the results I've gotten from this reactor. So I'll show you now just a couple of the alterations I made to it and why I did it. Okay, guys, so here we are. I've removed the 2 lines that were on the top of the reactor. The one line, it's coming from outside into the reactor, and then of course the line going to the skimmers is pulling from here. These were John Guest fittings, and my skimmer is Reef Octopus 5000. It is a large skimmer, 10-inch. And it has a huge air draw, and I found that these fittings were restricting the flow of air. So what I did is I just removed the inside of the John Guest fitting, opening these up, allowing for more airflow through this reactor, and it did make a big difference for me. If you don't have a huge reactor pulling a ton of air, you don't really need to do this, but I did it. It did make a difference for me. I'm not suggesting anybody do it, but I just want to explain why this is like this in case anybody comments asking. Okay. As you can see, the media inside this reactor is all turning purple, and I have noticed a slight drop in my pH. So I know that it's time to change out this media. I'm going to change out this media today while we're doing this video, and then I will hook up the reactor back up, and I'll discuss why I personally am not recirculating from my skimmer. Okay. All right, guys, so we're back. I just finished changing out the media in here. It's very simple. These 3 screws here, you take them off. There's a small hole in the top. I dumped out the media that was in there. As you can see, this media is all nice and white now. It's not purple. It'll turn purple, telling you it's exhausted. Okay. Inside of this media from here, there is a long tube, goes down, goes underneath the bottom plate. Okay. You can see the tube in there if you look close. And then it comes up through a filter and it exits through here. Okay. So my outside air line will connect here. My line going to the skimmer connects here. So I'll just hook that up real quick right now. All right, so we got those hooked back up. As you can see, these are 1/2 inch rubber lines. They actually push right over the John Guest fittings. They fit perfectly, so it works out great. Now I'll tell you guys the reason why. You can see here in my lid, the one hole there that's larger. That's actually the hole that I used to recirculate my CO2. Did it work better for my pH purposes? Yes, I'm going to say it did. The reason I stopped doing it is my venturi for the skimmer, it kept getting plugged every few weeks with it seemed as though it was like a calcified sludge that was in there, which would cause my skimmer to start overflowing. Now I know everybody's going to tell me, well, I needed to hook up a separate canister to pick up the condensation coming off of it when you're recirculating. I did do that, and I did have it lower. It actually was hanging off the down here off the side of my my sump, so it was lower than the reactor and the skimmer. And even doing that, I still was picking up that a lot more condensation in the reactor itself, which I think was causing my venturi to get that calcified sludge in it. I tried multiple things to resolve it. I don't know if it's because this skimmer has such an air pull on it. It is a Bubble Blaster 5000 that's on this skimmer. Let me know, guys, in the comments if you experience the same thing, or if you don't, if you've done something differently. Maybe I'm missing something. But running from outside air in and direct to the skimmer, I have not experienced that sludge at all. I have no issues with it any longer, but the media does, I do burn through the media a little bit quicker. But that's it, guys. I just wanted to let you know, like, if you're suffering from chronic low pH, especially on a larger system, these CO2 reactors, they are a game changer. There's lots of videos out there where you can actually make them yourself. It's fairly inexpensive for these. I don't remember exactly what I paid. I think this one's about $150 maybe. Don't quote me on that, but yeah, made a huge difference for me, guys. Hope it makes a huge difference for you. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care and happy reefing.